First of all, thank you. We appreciate you being here. It's amazing that it's a year from when we had the 1,000-year flood, but we do need to take time to take note that we have a hurricane that seems to be hugging the coastline, and also seems to be hugging the coastline to where it's steering towards South Carolina. So what we did was we declared a state of emergency at 7:30 this morning. That allowed me to activate 1,800 National Guardsmen to help. We are going to be doing medical evacuations starting at 3 o'clock this afternoon, so DHEC is handling all of those. What we are seeing right now is that we're looking at a Category 2 or 3 hurricane, which will be 5 to 7 foot surges possibly, which keep in mind that half of the fatalities we see sometimes is when the water comes onshore. And so we're going to be watching those storm surges quite a bit. We also anticipate averaging about 100-mile-an-hour winds. So this is something that we want to take very seriously as we go forward. There is also going to be a burning ban put in place as of tomorrow morning by the Forestry Commission. We have decided that we will evacuate all coastal communities starting tomorrow, and those coastal communities that we're going to be closing, we ask a couple of things. First of all, fill your car up with fuel. We want to make sure that everybody is fueled up. We want to make sure that you stay on your evacuation route. Once you get off, it's hard to get back on, so stay on your evacuation route. Our goal is to make sure that you basically get 100 miles away from the coast. So wherever you are on the coast, we want you to get 100 miles away from that. So how do we do this? Well, we do this in a couple of ways. First of all, we will be closing all of the coastal schools. Schools basically that we will be closing will be in this area down starting tomorrow. So we will be closing Aiken, Allendale, Bamberg, Barnwell, Beaufort, Berkeley, Calhoun, Charleston, Clarendon, Colleton, Darlington, Dillon, Dorchester, Florence, Georgetown, Hampton, Horry, Jasper, Lee, Lexington, Marion, Marlborough, Orangeburg, Richland, Sumter, and Williamsburg. So because we're going to be doing these evacuations, those school districts are closed. That also means those government county offices need to be closed as of tomorrow as well. We are doing this all to prepare for the evacuations that we will start. We will be starting evacuations tomorrow afternoon, so we ask that everybody start getting your things together that you have, start contacting your family, start thinking about where you're going to go and how you're going to go there. We will be putting in lane reversals as we do that. There will be certain evacuation routes you want to take. I would ask everybody to go to www.scemd.org. You will click at the top on Hurricane Matthew. Then you will click on Know Your Zone, and you'll type in your address. It will tell you exactly how you evacuate from the area that you're in. So that's extremely important that we want you to do that. I do think that while we are going to have 712 troopers that will be assisting tomorrow during the evacuations, we'll also have 1,543 other law enforcement officers, 1,400 plus local officers, local law enforcement. So we're looking at about 3,700 that are going to be on the roads to assist you, not counting the National Guardsmen. There will be comfort stations along the way, which will allow you to get water and also use the restroom if you need to. There are going to be, basically you're going to see National Guardsmen and law enforcement at all points as you make your evacuation through that process. It's not going to be a fast evacuation, but what we ask is that you be patient and understand that it could take up to several hours, but we are making all the plans to make sure that everyone is going to be able to move safely, move as quickly as possible, and get themselves out. What we'd ask is if you can leave early, do that. The goal is always not to all leave at once. We're looking at probably doing that evacuation at 3 o'clock. That could change. But as of now, if things continue on as the way they are, it will be a 3 o'clock evaluation going forward. But like I said, we will confirm that tomorrow morning as we get more information, especially on our next call. I think, we will be there. We have been asked to move residents from Charleston, and so for the Charleston evacuation, I want to thank Greenville County because they are giving us 235 regular school buses as well as 108 special needs school buses, which is going to allow us to move those residents from Charleston into the upstate as well. I believe I have covered everything.